Good morning from Manchester, England. It is just after 6 a.m. in the morning. We are down at the Salford Quays, and this video starts right now. Let's go. Yes, and good morning once again from Salford Quays here in Manchester. It is nice and early, crisp winter morning here, and I flew over from Hamburg yesterday. It's my first time here in Manchester, and only my third time in England, actually. I've been to London a couple times for the World Travel Market. I've never been up here to Manchester, so pretty excited to be here. Sadly, it's only for one day, actually, well, less than one day. I'm here to meet with the Craghoppers team, which is very exciting. And I figured while I'm here, I might as well take advantage and make a video because there's a few awesome buildings that I've wanted to photograph for a while. Well, I mean, there's awesome buildings basically everywhere. The more that I learn about architecture, the more all these locations start popping up. And I knew that Manchester had a couple of good ones, and we are on the way to see those right now here in Salford Quays. I actually wanted to stay right here because it's in the center of sort of an area where I can photograph like 3 or 4 locations that we're going to try and hit up this morning. And this is pretty cool, actually. There's Salford Quays seems to be like a media center area. The BBC is here, and also a football location. You can't see it because the lights aren't off, but back there is a stadium. It's called Old Trafford. Manchester City, great team, great football team. And here you got this like crazy mall. No idea what this is, but some of the buildings on the other side are what this video is all about. So we're gonna walk around this mall and see if we can set up and get a couple nice photos this morning. First location, the Millennial Bridge here at Salford Quays, and this is a very classic, typical architecture shot. Super easy, just set yourself right in the middle, get a nice balance, make sure there's no people on the bridge because it does move a little bit, and then set a long exposure and get your photo. I think it's gonna look best in black and white because the color is changing, every like couple minutes. So let's see how the edit turns out. But yeah, first photo, Millennial Bridge, very, very easy architecture, nice balance, good shot. Okay, good morning once again. We are now at the Lowry Theater here in Salford Quay. You can see the crazy architecture here behind me. This is almost like a bit of a brutalist kind of style with these big metal structures. Look absolutely awesome. I think my first image is cropped in on the roof here. Let me see if I can zoom up a little bit. Just that section right there, cropping in, and probably gonna go black and white and see how it looks in the edit, because I think you can get kind of like a really abstract style image from this theater. And then of course you got this big old tower, and unfortunately there's a lot of smoke coming off of the top of it. I'm not watching my screen, so I'm not showing you that thing right there. And I've switched to the 12-24 here on the Sony. This is the 2.8, which is coming in handy at the moment, and getting some really nice flares off of these lights, and just looking awesome. It's looking really, really good. So Lowry, pretty cool location here in Salford Quay. This looks absolutely incredible. What a cool reflection here this morning. The conditions are just perfect for it. No wind. It's like 7:30, probably about 3 degrees. And there was meant to be a bit of fog. I'm glad that it's clear because this just looks awesome. Really kind of Gothic City vibe to it. Gotham City. And you've also got this bridge. I'm not sure if you can see it way off there, kind of closing the frame on the left-hand side. And then just this awesome scene of the media center. I believe that's what this kind of collection of buildings is. And we're just on the other side of the Lowry Theater, so very close to the last location, and you get reflections like this. I could see this being a very good sunset or sunrise location with better light, but for me right now, it's all about the reflection of the buildings and of course the lights that we've got right now. So pretty cool. BBC Media Center, Salford Quay, nice shot. And we have made it to the location that I've been wanting to shoot since I started researching Manchester, and that is the Imperial War Museum North. Building right behind me with the red lights is the Imperial War Museum. Also kind of an incredible like metal sort of, I want to say brutalist, but I don't know too much about the architectural style of this or the Lowry, but they're kind of similar. You can see from the exterior metal design and material, and it just looks absolutely incredible. Really, really cool looking building, especially with the red lights. The red lights really make it, and it's about 7:30 now, and actually a bit clear on the horizon. You can see off behind the bridge. That's the Millennial Bridge that we first photographed this morning, and maybe we'll get a bit of color in the sky, which could look really, really cool. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little while. I brought a bit of coffee with me and see what happens. But this is an amazing photo. Imperial War Museum. You can shoot it wide. I'm at 24 right now, getting a really nice reflection. But I also want to zoom in a little bit and see if I can get some detail. But really, really cool. Imperial War Museum. And the lights are off and the sun is not up, but it is past sunrise, probably like 20 after 8. And I got one final long exposure. I set a 3-minute exposure with a 10 stop f8 ISO 100, and I think it looks pretty cool, just to really smooth out that water. But the main subject being the Imperial War Museum there. It's gonna look really, really good in black and white. Do a bit of a strong edit and see what the result is. But overall, very, very happy with Manchester here. World is waking up. There's a lot of like people running and cyclists, and there are a few rowers in the water. So definitely time to get moving. I'm heading to the Craig Hopper's head office right now to meet with some of their marketing team, and then heading back to the airport and back to Hamburg. So quick, short trip to Manchester, and I'm happy that I came here to get this Salford Quay shoot, but definitely a lot more to see. So in the UK as well, like there's tons that I still need to explore in the UK. Scotland is big on my list. Anyway, you get the idea. I would love to spend more time in England and Scotland and the UK in general. But for those of you who are interested in coming to Manchester to get some photos, I highly, highly recommend the Salford Quay. Big thanks to Jim Scott and to Mally Davies for the tips and pointing me in the right direction. So that's it for now. I'm gonna head back to Hamburg and reunite with Nelly in the next video on the channel.